Hi, ED510. This is Chastity Springer, and I want to share with you my project that I have planned. It's called Making a Quiz-Iz. So the first step in doing that will be going to quiziz.com and creating your own account. When you create an account, after you make your own account, then you'll see this screen. And you can find quizzes that are already made. But for this particular project, I want my students to create their own quizzes. Often in my classroom, I create the quizzes for them, and the quizzes are here and they're pushed out to the students. And it kind of goes like a Kahoot. If you're familiar with that, I know that's pretty popular now. And the students will play it as a whole on a Kahoot. But I like Quiz-Iz better because each student plays it on their own screen with their own desktop, so they're not really in competition with anybody. But for this project, I believe that I want my students to create their own quiz. So they'll click on Create New Quiz. And in this planning project, I'm going to have my students create a quiz on a chapter of a book we're reading. And it's going to be The Giver, Chapter 1. And in order to start it, you'll do name the quiz, and they'll be instructed beforehand with what subject area they're using, and then they'll click Next. And they're going to be allowed to choose either multiple choice or a check box. We'll do multiple choice. And for the first question, we'll start out with an easy one. Who was the author of The Giver? And I can even use this as an opportunity to reinforce that titles should be italicized. And they will put in their options. They can use up to 4 options, but I'm going to instruct them that they only have to use 2, as this is probably going to be their first time making a Quiz-Iz. And the goal of my unit really is twofold, and it's showing them how to use the project planner for a Quiz-Iz, but also we're utilizing our skills from a book that we've been reading. So we've put the questions, you tell it the right answer, and then you click Save. Okay, and then you simply go to New Question, and then we're going to do a checkbox for this question. All right. Who was the protagonist in The Giver? So I feel like this project is going to go over well with my 7th graders, as they love to play with their computers, but also they're going to illustrate some knowledge that they have with the book. So we're going to start with the protagonist was Jonas, which it was, and then we're going to add some other answers. And it gives them a chance to feel like they're the teacher too, and they always like that. And so we'll end up doing that. We will tell the computer that the right answer, and we will click Save. And after we save the second question, our quiz will come up. We have 2 questions. Okay, and in the instructions, I had asked the students to that I wanted them to put a picture. So in order to do that, they would click Edit, and then they can use the Media button and go over and add a picture. So when we get done with that, we'll click Save. And we go to Done. And then we name our quiz again. And we're just going to call this one the